Number 5. Based on the Bugatti Atlantic, it's the Z-Type. According to Devon Weston and the legendary motorsport website, only 10 Z-Types were manufactured. This car is legendary, and it's just a masterpiece to look at. It's also a removed car from the website, so it's rare to see it being driven by other players. I had to rank this car on number 5 just because its performance is not that impressive. The Z-Type costs $950,000. It's powered by a V12 engine with single overhead camshafts and 6 double-barrel carburetors. It is coupled to a 4-speed gearbox in a front mid-engine, rear-wheel drive layout with a top speed of 126 miles per hour. To contrary belief, it's faster than the Ada. The Z-Type's cornering ability is rather poor at high speed. It oversteers a lot, resulting in unexpected spin-outs, and counter-steering is not that easy. This makes it very unsuitable for sports classic races. Number 4. The OG of GTA, or should I say, one of the legendary cars of GTA 5. A car given a lot of respect, it's the Ada. Based on the Bugatti Veyron, I believe the Ada has aged quite well over the years. The Ada came out in 2013 when the game was released, and it's 2024 now. I mean, who hates this car? If Rockstar could update this car and give it an option to remove the roof and make it a speedster, people would still buy it. It was kinda disappointing knowing the Z-Type has a higher top speed than it, and I have lost a lot of races with the Ada, considering there's a lot of fast supercars released after it. It has a W16 engine, like its real counterpart, with a 6-speed gearbox and a top speed of 124 miles per hour. All its power is delivered to a 4-wheel drivetrain, and the car cost $1 million. However, the car feels sluggish around corners due to some understeer. If it had a spoiler to improve downforce and better cornering, this car would handle better around a circuit, and considering the fact that the car is very heavy. Number 3. Based on the Bugatti Divo, costing $2,325,000 in legendary motorsport. The Thrax shares a similar body structure design with the Ada and Nero, although this one has been fitted with a rear spoiler, which doesn't come in as standard. It's a good improvement from the Ada in terms of handling performance and top speed of 129 miles per hour. It has good acceleration, a 7-speed gearbox, a 4-wheel drive train sending 55% to the rear and 45% to the front wheels, and the engine is slightly louder compared to the Ada. There isn't much I can criticize this car for besides the weird looking rear and bug looking face. It's just a good all-arounder underrated car. And it's just a bit too expensive considering there's a lot of supercars that perform better at its price range. Number 2. Whether it's to travel for setup missions or car meets, I like to drive the Nero. It's based on the Bugatti Veyron. This car is very beautiful, and it's not just the design only. The Nero performs also very well around corners with its active rear spoiler that also lifts up when braking at high speeds. The rear spoiler allows greater stopping power and downforce for improved high-speed stability. The Nero cost $1,140,000. It's also a 4-wheel drive, but mostly biased to the rear. 80% of the power goes to the back and 20% to the front wheels. The Nero is a modernized version of the Ada, and I like the fact it has a few customization options so that people can't ruin most of its design features. Number 1. The Nero Custom is based on the Bugatti Vision Gran Turismo, and it's probably the only car that is based on a Vision Gran Turismo so far in the game. It's a conversion of the Nero by Benny Customs, costing $605,000 on top of the Nero's original price. costing $2,045,000 in total. This version is all about cutting weight and improving handling around a circuit, and most of its body panels have been replaced with lightweight materials and fitted with a carbon fiber dashboard. It's the GT version of the Nero, and despite the weight reduction, the car has improved acceleration and remains relatively stable with a top speed of 122 miles per hour. I believe this is a very underrated car, as I have won a lot of races with it, and generally it's very competitive with other supercars in its class. I recommend you give it a try.
Thanks for watching.